Good morning. Today is Wednesday, May 15th, 2019. I'm Joe Paul, the local president. I'm not going to have a very long video today, but let me tell you about a few things I want to mention anyway. First of all, as always, we have discipline all over the place with attendance. We have 2 removals going on that we're hoping to settle. But you have to come to work. You have to be on time. Unfortunately, we hate to say this, but as you know, if you've been around a while, it seems like the Postal Service doesn't really care how good you work, how much you do. The model employee to them is someone who punches in on time. That's all they care about. It's sad, but just watch your attendance. Let's see what else. Request a steward. As always, if you have discipline coming up, an investigative interview, if it's an inspection service, or management wants to talk to you in private, ask you questions, request a steward. You will be given one. A lot of times people go in there without a steward, and that's a problem. So make sure you do that. Let's see, we're also still continuing to work on PSE and PTF conversions. We're up to 217 right now, and we're hoping to get some more, but we're not exactly sure when. Well, through this Function One scheduler in the big plants, we're probably going to get a few. And out in the AOs, associate offices, we're still racking them up. So that's a very positive thing. Contract, still no new real news. I mean, it's just that we're going to interest arbitration. We're preparing our case at the national level. But as of right today, nothing. Nothing about when we're going to get a contract, if we're going to get one, and when they're going to meet. But I keep you up to date on that. And it's also in the President's Report, which you will see attached to this actual email with the video. Mold. We're having some people thinking that we might have some mold in the Kissimmee installation. And we're not 100% sure. We're not mold experts. But Bob McSorley and myself, and we've got these people involved. We've got the district involved. They brought people in to assess it. We're staying on top of them because we're not exactly sure if they're going to follow through, which probably won't unless we stay on them. So that's pretty much where we are. We have a company coming in, the Postal Service does, to assess it. But you know what? Not just the mold, or even if it's not mold. We have concerns about the air quality in there. If you go in there in the one carrier annex, as an example, you have so much dirt around the vents, and it spreads all the way around. Several of the ceiling tiles all around it is filthy. So the air has got to be bad. But we're having that checked because we have a few people complaining of respiratory issues. And we're going to make sure we've got to protect our membership. Safety is big for us. Let's talk about threat assessments. If you feel threatened, whether it's whoever threatens you, you have to report it. You request a threat assessment. Nobody should come to work and feel intimidated at work ever. So make sure you do that. If you ask for a threat assessment and they refuse you, request a steward or call the office and we'll make sure we check that. Now let me talk a little bit about the Function One scheduler. We've had a couple meetings. The one at the Orlando PNDC, we already met last week, and we met yesterday at the Seminole PNDC. And that's why I wanted to wait till today to give you a video. As of right now, nobody has it together. The Orlando PNDC got all kind of information. They brought Robert McSorley, Bob, myself, and Wanda. We sat in there and listened to some of their talk. I mean, it was very raw data. Raw data. So we're really not 100% sure on that. But it does look like there's going to be some jobs that are going to be changing. There's going to be some off-day changes. We're not sure how many or where exactly, but we'll keep you up on that once we do it. Once we get in there and see what their proposals are anyway. But our goal is to make sure whatever they do it the right way so as to not harm our employees. Now in Seminole, they hardly have anything together. We're supposed to meet again next week, and we'll find out a little bit more. We haven't seen their data, but we will see it next week. And apparently both plants have sent the data up to the area level, but they haven't heard anything in the last week or so. And I double checked with Paul Widows, the in-plant support in the Orlando PNDC, and as of today, or as of yesterday, he hasn't heard anything additional. And that's all I want to talk about today. As I get more information on that, I want to let you know, but we've had a lot of calls, a lot of inquiries on the Function One, so I wanted to give you what I had today. Thank you for being members of our Central Florida area local and proud members of the American Postal Workers Union. Thank you.